Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Welcome to Moon 101. In this episode, I'm going to be giving you my favorite high round strategy. This strategy is going to be a training strategy outside of the biodome / the lab area near Mule Kick and that mystery box location. Take a look at the gameplay behind you because there really is no clear set route that I like to take. I like to do somewhat of a kind of banana loop around this boulder here, kind of going back and forth, just getting the zombies nice and tight together. But for the most part, you're really not going to have that difficult of a time out here. It's a really big open area, lots of room to work with. And yes, you can do a circle around this big boulder where that mystery box is, but I found sometimes that can be a trouble area, especially when you get towards the teleporter side of that rock. So I like to stick more towards the side with the Gobblegum machine and the Mule Kick machine over here, just running banana loops, and I haven't found that big of an issue at all. For my weapons, I like to use the KN-44 because it is right on the wall right there, and if you are going to go to a really high round, you are going to need a wall weapon. What I like to have on my KN-44 is dead wire, and for my second weapon, I like to have the wave gun / the zap guns. They are incredibly good for getting out of tricky situations. Yes, the zombies take a little bit to die, but you can shoot them and get out of the way really quickly. Also, for this strategy, I like to have a Mule Kick weapon just to kind of speed things up a bit, and for that Mule Kick weapon, it really doesn't matter. It can be a Galil or a 74U or really any other weapon, the VMP off the wall inside the lab over there. And for that kind of third weapon, I like to have turn, just to have a zombie seeking out other zombies and making the zombies die a little bit faster. For my perks, I like to have Juggernog and Quick Revive, of course, and Mule Kick, like I said. And for my fourth perk, I like to have Stamina Up just because it's fantastic for training. If you have the Unquenchables to spare, I do also like Speed Cola and Double Tap as well, though they are not necessary. For my equipment, I prefer the Gersh devices over the QEDs. The QEDs are just too random and they'll do too many random things and they end up hurting you in the long run, so I like to run Gersh devices. And if you want, you can pick up the Annihilator pistol. It really doesn't matter, but it's really not all that powerful as we know by now. When talking about these special zombies here in Moon, we really have one main special zombie, and that is going to be the zombie Astronaut. Luckily here in Black Ops 3, if we have a dead wire or a blast furnace, any double pack-a-punch attribute, it will take him out in one shot. But it is important to note that bullets are always going to be better than the wave gun. He will not go down with the wave gun. If he does get a hold of you, he's going to take one of your perks and send you to a random location, so always be on edge. A little tip though is that when you are maneuvering around the map, you can hear him walking around. You can hear his footsteps and his breathing / radio chatter. The biggest tip is to take rooms slowly. When you're walking around the map, bring your gun out, always walk, always be ready for him to be around the next corner. The other special boss zombies are pretty minor. The Nova Crawlers only appear in the laboratories, and the dogs only appear in Area 51, and those are not big threats at all. Unfortunately, there are no traps to help you out with, and there's no dog rounds, so this is pretty slow in terms of the grand scheme of zombies. And this particular training spot is not the fastest. I think we all know by now the Tunnel 11 strategy is by far the absolute fastest strategy that you can have, but that takes a whole lot of patience, a whole lot of endurance, and a whole lot of concentration. This training strategy is a lot more laid back, a lot more casual, and what I like most about it is that you don't need to worry about the excavators. Once you're set up, you can train here indefinitely. However, if you do want to go back to Area 51, if you want to go back to spawn, it is very, very important that you pick up the hacker first, go back to Area 51, and turn off all of the excavators so that you can return to this training spot. I cannot emphasize this enough. When you go to Area 51, if all of the excavators are down, you need to bring the hacker. You do not want to get trapped in that spawn room. That is a sure sign of death. But that is the overall basic strategy. This area is a whole lot faster than training in the biodome, but it is also a little bit slower than that Tunnel 11 strategy that I mentioned. You've got a decent amount of space to work with to train the zombies and get out of those tight situations and really collect those zombies rather quickly as well. And I like it because you don't need to pay attention to the excavators unless you are making a trip all the way back to spawn, in which case it's easy to just go into the laboratories, it's right there, pick up the hacker, go to Area 51, come back, turn off all the excavators, and you are set to go. So hopefully this strategy makes sense, hopefully this strategy helps you out, and hopefully you enjoy this strategy as much as I do. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next absolutely beautiful Zombies morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.